Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing? Right. Cool. I usually do the funny thing where I'm like, press 1 if you can hear me, but I don't think I need to now. I think I can just play it back from my other screen. He speaks. I do speak. You are quite right. You are so right, Kono. That's excuse me. I'm just eating cake. Hello. So, what are we doing today? Well, great question. We're doing more trading with the Wandering Trader. The Wandering Trader, as if there was a central one that I use all the time. With Wandering Traders in general. So, I've done a lot of work, as you can see, making this crop farm work effectively. Put all the bees in. I can't remember what I did last stream. I might have put the bees in last stream, but the problem was that oh, you can't see me. Oh my goodness. Right, hang on. There we go. Oh man, you need to tell me about stuff like that. So yeah, last stream I put the flower in front of the beehive, and the problem with that is the bees have a chance of just popping out, doing their thing on the flower and popping straight back in again. But the reason why we've got the bees here is so they can fly around a bit and pollinate and do bee things. So I moved the flower from in front to in the corner, and it's been working so effectively. It's been absolutely incredible. You've got so many potatoes and so many emeralds. So today I'm focusing on wood specifically. If you get other things, brilliant. But wood is kind of the, I guess, main thing that I want to get. Dark oak and jungle are the only two that we need now. We do now have spruce. You might have actually seen that, yeah, I've been decorating the place. The wood chest is looking much more wood than it did before, which is excellent. But yeah, dark oak and jungle is all we have left. When mangrove comes out, that will also be something, but I'm not going to worry about that for a minute. I've also been conceptualizing an iron farm design for when that's going to be a thing. So I was tuning into IBX Toycat's stream the other day, where he was making an iron farm stream. That's central focus, and like he had so much problem with it. It kept breaking, and like the villagers were delinking and stopping iron going from spawning. It was a massive thing. He got really stressed out. Could have been because he was using silent design, but we don't need to talk about that. It's alright. I have to throw a bit of shade over here. Avoid redstone channel. Oh, right. Okay. Yes, I've been conceptualizing. I thought right when I started off doing this world that I was going to do a free range iron farm. I didn't want to have to bother getting the villagers into pods and stuff. I didn't consider that worth it, so I've been looking around free range iron farms, and Old Guy has one that I have had my eye on. It was made for... Why are you there? Where did you spawn? That's a problem. Okay, yeah, so Old Guy had one that he made for the 1.17.30.23 beta? I can't remember. I don't think anyone can remember beta numbers, let's be honest. It was a 16 stacked iron farm, so it's like it was intended to be as optimized as possible in all the categories, right? But the problem is, well, I don't care for stacked, at least yet. I might think about doing that later on down the line, but right now I just want to get an iron farm up and constructed. So I took one module of that stacked and yeah, I took one of the 16 modules of that, and I've been trying to make that work. And I did. I got it working, and it's so simple to set up. To be honest, we could probably start doing that in this stream. Just set up the iron farm. All you need to do is pop the villagers in, trade with them as they come in, and you can let them roam around and claim their own POI. It is insane. Like, and actually we're using free range iron farms for the one on exploit. It's a slightly different design by Rufus Atticus rather than Old Guy, but it's the same concepts. I guess we can cross that bridge when we come to it. I need to get another villager first. I feel like I have a pretty good method of doing that now. Political redstone. Yeah, you know. Like, it's so much less fun being completely PC all the time, you know? Just push the boundaries a bit. I'm kidding, of course, please don't. I guess do a bit in moderation. Actually, speaking of in moderation, I've been thinking about something recently that has actually been really, like, on the forefront of my mind. Not for like a negative thing, it's just been something I've been thinking about a lot. And it's like, so I was hanging out in the Redstoners pub Discord, right? And having conversation and stuff, and someone brought up that they were using slime for piston lore, and immediately when that happened, like, so many people jumped on the bandwagon to say, hey, don't use slime, slime bad. You know, slime detracts from the challenge or whatever. And it made me think, because, you know, as I was thinking more about that, the music changed, like, really emotional. And no, that's not what I mean. So, the more I thought about it, the more I realised actually every aspect of technical Minecraft has the same attitude towards doing a particular thing or using a particular block, right? So, in the piston dog community, it's slime or honey. In the mob farm community, it's portals. And it's like, I don't understand, is all. I'm not upset by it, because, hell, I do what I want when I want. And I don't let some random stranger's opinion dictate that. I'm just confused why people are so vehemently against particular things. Doesn't make sense to me. So, sort of talk about that a little bit, because it is interesting to you know, to be in those environments and, you know, around those really, you know, strong views around things that don't actually matter that much. I don't think it's just the nature of being online that can attract those kinds of people. I don't know. What do you think? Because I'm sure in computational redstone as well, in storage tech, there are little bugbears that people have about certain ways people do things. It's like, why? Again, I'm not mad, I'm just curious. Because it does seem to be so potent. Like, wherever you go, there is always this, hey, why are you doing it like that? I personally disagree with it, and therefore it's wrong. And, like, it's not just kind of mindless back and forth, kind of, I guess, playful, kind of joking. It's like people will legitimately start arguments with you around using particular things. I've been conceptualizing a new Warden farm design because we don't need to talk about how hard my original Warden farm broke. Literally, the beta after I made that farm had like 3 or 4 changes that would individually break the Warden farm, but altogether it just completely put it 6 feet under. So I've been working on another design, and I posted some updated that in exploit. I got several people saying, "Why are you working with 2 dimensions? Hey, why are you using portals? Why are you using the Nether? That's so wrong." And I said, "Oh, how can I speed up the warden taking damage? Because it's really slow. They have a lot of health points." And people are like, "Well, you can use impaling trident killers if we weren't in the Nether." Being like really sarky about it. It's like it's just portals thing. Sure. I guess people see technical Minecraft as a thing to challenge themselves with, for stuff that makes design really easy. Like I say, slime or portals kind of takes out the fun of that. That's entirely valid. And actually, that's when I was having that conversation in Redstoner's pub, I spoke about it. I was like, "What's going on? Why are people so against this? Why can't we just let other people do what they want to do?" And that was the argument they brought up, that it was detracting from the challenge or whatever. But it's only a challenge by your standards. It might not be a challenge for other people's standards. But it might be a challenge for other people's standards. Or it might not be. Maybe they just don't care to keep progressing forward and just enjoy doing what they're doing, which is obviously entirely reasonable. Gatekeeping it to the extent of make it a strict rule everyone needs to follow for their design to be considered valid is wrong, in my opinion. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's like in the Piss and Dog community, you may or may not know, they're like to be honest, it's not a really kind of strict set of rules, but it's a set of, a set of kind of rough guidelines. It's actually I'm part of a team that's working to make it more solidified, and you have to follow these guidelines in order to make your door considered valid for a record. Which I guess you have to do to some extent. You can't just leave it to be completely open to anyone's interpretation, because then anyone could do anything, any old rubbish, and it'd be entered on the document. But the Redstone Door Bible, exactly, yeah. So it's a collection of all of the smallest or the fastest, or that kind of thing. And yeah, like I say, there have to be rules for that kind of thing. There's no other way to do it. But on the contrary, it does promote that kind of attitude elsewhere, where people aren't working towards records, they're just doing what they want to do. Which is very much what I'm doing now. I used to be what the community would call a record sweat. I just spent so much time, trying to beat records and trying to make fastest stuff or whatever. But now I just do everything for fun. Some people don't. Yeah, some people, I guess, enforce their own personal restrictions. Everyone has restrictions, right? Every redstoner ever has restrictions. Like if you look at a particular thing, then you preempt the size you want it to be, for example. You'll preempt certain factors about it. If it doesn't meet up to that standards, you'll try and try and try until it does. And that is by definition a restriction, right? And every redstoner kind of has their own little things that they try and work towards, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, I don't know. And when other people don't follow that, I think it surprises them a little bit. Right? That's not how I would do it, but sure. But some people react different. Different people react differently to that kind of situation. Some people are like, oh, whatever, people are different. But other people are like, that's not how I would do it. Hey, that's wrong. Why are you doing it like that? What's wrong with you? I don't know. It's weird. It's this weird thing that the technical Minecraft has had for years. Like ever since I joined, and I was making, well, let's be honest, really kind of basic farms. So I was just getting used to everything, and I was kind of talking a bit in the community and like getting started. I just did a bit of that. And they knew I was new, so they were pretty lenient with me. But you could tell they were kind of being a bit kind of, you're using portals. That makes me uncomfortable. Which is funny because it's like, that's clearly, those restrictions are clearly conscious at that point. You can't be so kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like so confined within those restrictions. To the point of when anyone else oversteps them, it makes you uncomfortable enough that you have to mention every time. That's got to be conscious. Or at least something that you notice, not necessarily conscious, I suppose. It might be sometimes, I guess. Right, we should be looking around for wandering traders, because, like, I've just been working around this area for a bit. I forgot to enable my zoom hotkey again. There we go. It's alright. I'll wait until there's something more pressing that I need to check on. I've been super unlucky getting wandering traders. I don't know if I'm just super impatient, or if for some reason they generally have a really, really low spawn rate. It's like as soon as it hits nightfall, I sleep immediately, so I don't get, you know, monsters bugging up the density check area. But still, you know, it's usually a couple of days or more before a wandering trader spawns. It seems really bizarre. I checked the JSON and everything, and it seems to... Well, the wandering trader's JSON is not data-driven. Spawn rule JSON is not data-driven, so I can't actually check. But, yeah. Okay. That's some good cake. I'm never usually keen on fruit cake, but that is nice. Okay, I need to make some more swords, because Lord knows that's going to be something that's going to haunt me if I don't do it right now. Okay. Oh, we've got a sea pickle. I don't know what to do with it, but we have it, so that's nice. I've also got loads and loads of different, you know, ice types and whatever, so that's pretty cool as well. And this, so this chest is just basically for trophy items at this point. Since I'm not going to use for anything, but are rare enough that kind of nice things to have, I guess. Right. Let's go back to this old chestnut. I have to say, the bees are making all the difference. Strongly advised, if you're making a crop farm in survival world, definitely put bees around it. Gives you such an upper hand. Okay, that's enough for another emerald. This is 21 potatoes for 1 emerald, by the way. Yes, at some point I want to get another villager. I'm not sure when. I'll probably need to get my friend on board to help me out with that. So they can stay by the zombie villager to make sure it doesn't despawn or whatever else. Speaking of which, I wonder if it's free today. Nice to hang out with him on stream, actually. Excuse me a sec. Right, so... Okay, so they're coming out of their hives to pollinate now, so we should be able to get few more potatoes any minute. Actually, something we could do is, I guess, get some more bees down this end. Oh, there's a missing hive there as well. Okay, something I actually realised is, well, I've known this for a while, is that sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes we do get a slime spawning inside the farm, which is not good. That is not good. Slimes have a tendency to jump quite a bit, so all my crops get trampled. It's a big thing. So I need to try and figure out why that's happening. Do flowers block spawn spawn attempts? No, that's a bad sentence. A slime. No, what am I saying? Are flowers spawnable? That's. Yeah, those are the words. Because if they are, then I don't know what to do about that. Maybe just place a block above it with that? Don't think so. Yeah, I didn't either. Although then, wouldn't that obstruct mob spawns in the flower forest? But maybe it does. To be honest, I haven't been to a flower forest in a while, so I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, so maybe actually they could be spawning down here. But then why would they do that? Because we're getting like medium-sized slimes. We shouldn't be able to fit down there. I mean, it's worth a try, right? It's worth putting buttons there until we have campfires. Aha, we can listen to resonance by home while we do it. Oh, am I going to get in here then? I've got to say, there's something so magical about listening to resonance in the evenings when it's sunset. Oh, can't get much more special than that. The classics, yeah. Okay. Let me know how the music is, by the way. It's something I've been testing from last stream to now. I want to see how it goes. Volume's too loud or something. I'll fix that. Also give me an excuse to log off this game and enable my Zoom hotkey. I really should get to the habit of doing that. Maybe I should rename my Minecraft client to like enable Zoom. I can get someone to make a DLL mod for me that does not let me into Minecraft if I don't have it enabled. Just so I can truly get into the habit of doing it. Okay, I should go to bed now rather than... Yeah, I have a bit of a playlist, actually. I have had a playlist for a while. It's just comprised of cubby and home music. It's stuff, mostly stuff that I've heard from Next videos. I used some of my earlier videos. Come Back Down, I think I used to use for tutorials. And it's really nostalgic actually. It's got like a really good feel to it. There's something about that type of music that just really cements the idea of nostalgia for some reason. The artists are doing something incredibly clever. That's probably why my crops are getting trampled. Spiders climbing over the fence. I did not consider that. Oh, that's a problem. What are we going to do about that? Oh, no. Okay. I need to think about that. I don't have access to magma blocks, so I can't stop them from climbing over that way. Maybe what I could do, hear me out, is place another row of fences on top, and then blocks on top of those fences, or slabs on top of those fences to prevent mob spawns. So even if the spiders do try to climb up, they'll get trapped by the block on top of them. That's my idea. Yeah. I mean, it would work, 100%, but it's not something I want to face right now. I'm just going to focus on planting potatoes. Actually, you know what? No, let's do it. Let's do it. It's not going to take long. So we've got a few new people joining chat. Welcome. Well, not chat specifically, but people watching. So hi. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome. Hello. Yes, I got another golden apple in. I got so many poisoned potatoes. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. I can't feed them to any animal, can you? Do pigs accept them? That's going to really clog up my chest really quickly. Okay, let's focus on the task at hand, shall we? Let's empty out some of the useless junk that I have. I'm not great at keeping organised, I'm not going to tell. I've actually been really good on exploit, you know, keeping my inventory tidy. But to be honest, it's only because I have an ender chest I can do that. Since we can't possibly get ender chests on here, that's not going to be a reality. I really wish it were, but unfortunately not. Unless there's an alternative way of getting blaze. No, come on, there's not going to be a way of doing that. Really funny, like there feels like there should be a lot of different ways of getting certain items. Oh, that's nice, look. Got to exactly 5 stacks. What if I get some kind of stream widget up that tells you what music's playing? Other people deserve to know about home, to be honest. Especially this one. This is above all my home. It's one of my favourites on the playlist. I actually found it from an intro of a content creator / streamer I watch quite a lot. I really feel like there should be better indication as to what potatoes are fully grown. You can set up stuff like that in Streamlabs. Oh, okay. Yeah, I use OBS for everything I do. Well, no, you can connect Streamlabs to OBS, can't you? I don't know enough about this stuff. Yeah, no, I just use straight up OBS going straight to YouTube. Nothing, you know, nothing special. All the different scenes that you see, you know, like that one, and also that one. They're both, yeah, they're both things that I set up in OBS with keybinds. There's a trader. Let's go. Hey. Right. So we're looking for dark oak or jungle saplings. Jungle sapling. Let's go. And sugarcane as well. That's amazing. Oh, we need all of that. Oh, fantastic. That's checked off so many things on my list. I swear to God. And I'm gonna get lapis as well. I'm gonna get all of that. Like 30. Getting as much as I can. So I don't know when that's gonna roll around again. Like OBS++. Yeah, I guess. Please go away. Oh. I have to say, everything in 1.80.30 was really positive, apart from changing the attack damage of the player. I've got so used to that. Like, what is this? I got to punch it 20 times. That's ridiculous. Is he still going? How's he still holding up? There we go. Did my scene transitions go through? I've been having some problems with it recently, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna check. I did the funny go. Okay, yeah, they do. Yeah, I've been having some problems with it because I use to set up my keybinds. I use the number pad on the right hand side of my keyboard. The problem with that is, for some reason, inexplicably, the number lock key just turns itself on sometimes. So occasionally they don't work. Might have to find out the hard way. I'm gonna actually start farming some jungle wood. Start getting a bit of supply of that. Okay. Yeah, we need to. I just lost all of my emeralds, so I need to start getting some more. That's really positive though. Look at that: 30 lapis, and sugarcane, and an emerald. Sorry, no, and jungle sapling. Game's so laggy. Whoa! Did you see that? That was madness. Okay. You can't plant it on this, which seems a bit strange, but you know what? It's okay. Right. We can just deal with that for a minute. That's cool. Right. We're actually working clockwork now, to be honest. I only need dark oak saplings, and then I'll be satisfied on the wood front. When mangroves come out, I'll worry about those, but that's obviously not a concern just yet. No idea how I'm going to farm those, that's a bit of a concern. Again, cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, I'm something I want to do pretty soon, because to be honest, I'm just biding my time doing this Wandering Trader thing. I don't need to do it because I'll have access to Wandering Traders throughout the whole of this series. But I think I'm just putting off trying to get another villager, which is super important, by the way. Getting another villager is all we need to start progressing and doing bigger things, like an iron farm, for example, and starting to get a proper trading hall going and that sort of thing. But also, fishermen sell campfires, and from one campfire, I can get as many as I want because of a funny little quirk where breaking a campfire yields 4 charcoal. You can then craft those 4 charcoal into 4 campfires. So yeah, you can theoretically duplicate campfires for as long as you have wood. Which is going to be our only source of damage, because we don't have trident killers on here. Did I leave that? Yeah, we don't have campfires. Sorry, we don't have trident killers, so we have to use campfires for damage. Also cooking food, because we can't get furnaces. Yeah, they're pretty important. And also, just as a block, they look really, really cool. Because I'm working with kind of this oaky theme, having just like, I guess, pergolas of that could look really nice. I don't care too much about the building side. I guess that's a funny thing between me and IBX Toy Cat. I'm using him as an example. I'm not comparing as in, I am as popular as him. Nothing like that. It's just he's the only other person I knew who's doing this challenge. He's not a technical Minecrafter, right? His attitude is that making automation and stuff detracts from the gameplay aspect of Minecraft. It's an entirely fair point. I'm not going to argue with him on that. No. Whereas I am not that. I am very much farming everything all the time. So it's going to be interesting to see how far this goes. I'm looking to... It's in the far future, so I don't know how far I'll get, but I kind of want a general mob farm. Maybe a stacked iron farm, if I can be bothered. Probably not, but we'll see. Maybe like an industrial sugarcane farm or something like that. Some kind of block and resource farm, maybe moss thing as well. That's the thing as well. We need to be looking out for moss from the traders. Can you get moss from traders, or am I absolutely making that all up? I swear you can. Yeah, Toy Cat definitely got moss. I'm going to check my my document real quick, because I am not 100% sure how you do that. Truth be told. Again, also gives me an excuse to enable my Zoom hotkey and stuff. Okay, so it's got to be from traders, right? Logically. Where else is it going to be from? Okay. Scrolling all the way down. Moss block. Trading with modern traders. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Right. Okay. Think about that then. We'll think about it. Just want to check that that's working properly before I... Okay, there we go. Excellent. Hey, cool. And I can indeed zoom. Excellent. Right, so I need to actually be doing the trading. Yes, that's something we need to keep an eye on. Once we get one moss block, it's fine. But getting one is probably a lot easier than these done, that's for sure. See, look, poisoned potatoes. What am I going to do with them? It's really funny, like for every other item, I need to use it so sparingly because it might be a long while before we get it again, or never, depending on what the item is. But for poisoned potatoes, I'm trying to find ways to get rid of them. I guess I can just put them in a hole and let them spawn. Oh my gosh, I am here in the present time. Congratulations, you are indeed here in the present time. You are so right. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, let's chuck those in a hole or something and just let them despawn. You could have a million bees somewhere around here in the future. Yeah, maybe. That's another thing, actually. A honey farm could be quite good. It would have to be manual because we don't have dispensers. But yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, let's make a hole in the ground. Or, not a hole in the ground necessarily, but let's chuck them underneath this this room. Oh, we have mushroom spreads. I did this a little while back. And I was so unsuccessful. I thought I made a mistake. I used up like a whole stack of bone meal on like these mushrooms and it wasn't spreading at all. So that's really good news. Okay, we've got a bit of a mushroom thing going as well. I'm going to chuck these potatoes right there. Okay. Oh, I really hope I don't regret that decision. Am I going to regret that decision? What can poisonous potatoes be used for, chat? Mushrooms, cool. Yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, I can grow them as well. What do you use poison? You don't use poison potatoes for anything, right? Let's be honest. They can just stay there and despawn. Okay. Oh, I am. Oh no, I need to keep one for the trophy item. Okay, yeah. But everything else. Yeah, I might actually bone meal some mushrooms. That could be something cool. Poison potatoes are useless by design. Yeah, I thought as much. Thinking B-Dogs in the kind of memeing attitude that he has constantly in Twitter. He said that before they decided that they'll give the Warden the Skull Catalyst drop, that they were going to give it poison potatoes instead. Hey, what if you just left all the mushrooms down there? It could be like an exponential increase like cell division. That is an excellent idea. Do you know what? I'm not going to pick up any of the mushrooms. I'm going to leave them all down there. I'm going to get more mushrooms by bone mealing mushrooms that I already have into bigger ones. That's what I'm going to do. That's just such a cool idea. Thank you for that. In the fact we've got two variants there, it would almost be like a... You know, there's old videos from like 2012 where it's like grass versus mycelium or something. You know the ones? I'm sure you know the ones. That's a really cool thing. Okay, and yeah, I didn't actually mention this. That yeah, we got. I maxed out this. Whoa, that was a word vomit. Right, so I've maxed out this farmer here, all the way down to the bottom. And did that grass race mycelium thing. Right, yeah. I thought I recognised the idea from somewhere. We have suspicious stew, and this suspicious stew, ding 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 and all that. Gives us night vision, which is the only way to get night vision. You can't brew it, and witches don't drop it. So that's actually that is really interesting. I'm quite fond of that. No, I apologise for the souls I hurt by doing that. Ding ding ding, whatever. But when I'm hanging out with my friend, whenever any of us mention suspicious stew, I can't help myself. Among Us has ruined a lot of things for me. It was good while it lasted, but the aftermath is akin to an apocalypse. It's almost like a visceral reflex. It's like when anyone says sus, you have to... Or suspicious. Doesn't need to be sus necessarily, just suspicious. you have to say, yeah, Amogus, exactly, you're right. It's just like an instinctive, you know... I hate it. It's quite funny, sometimes. Industrial revolution and its consequences. Yeah, in this case it's not industrial, it's the amogustrial. There it is. Hey. Oh man, that's funny. Amogustrial. I love that. Screw you! I'm gonna be laughing at that all evening. Okay, right. Oh, God's sake, I know. Jesus. I can't stop smiling. What's wrong with me? I feel like the Joker. You know that scene? It's like intensely laughing or something. I feel like Among Us has literally plagued my mind. It indoctrinated me. I can't think straight. Right. Let's go and trade. Shout at me in chat if you notice a wandering trader, by the way. I'm not paying close enough attention as I should be. Who put this here? Oh, that was yeah, okay. It might be a while before we get another trader. But that's fine, because you can spend all our time doing potatoes, which is an enjoyable way to pass the evening, you know? Sometimes when you harvest the properly tall potatoes, it just drops one. I feel like I've been ripped off. What about this small farm? I wonder if there are any potatoes growing there. Oh, there's quite a lot actually. Look at this. To be honest, I've been leaving this to grow for quite a long time. Ah, we're going to have quite a decent trading session now, I reckon. Bearing in mind, it's only 21 potatoes for 1 emerald. I got another 2 poison potatoes. I feel dirty. Yeah, please let me know if the music's too loud. It's actually a really strangely loud bit in the song. Okay, let's calm down a bit more. Okay. How many have I got? Stack of 13. No! Whoa! Whoa! Check that out. 2 stacks and 19. That's nice. That is what that is. Okay, it's slightly less now and we're planting them. That's okay. Stacking 47, that's still pretty good. Okay, there are a lot of zombies. Okay, no, we're sleeping. Let's go to sleep as well, actually. Excuse me. Okay, that, by the way, in case you're curious, that is going to be a dripstone farm, but I messed up. What do you... No, really? What? Come on. No! Oh, there is as well. Okay. Okay, close the door, close the door! Whoa. I assume it's because it was too short for me to see through the door. Okay. Nothing on the sugarcane front, nothing on the jungle sapling front, it's okay. Let's do this then. Oh, look at that, 10 emeralds, nice. Why did I just stop in my tracks? What was there that I felt I needed to do? Oh yeah, dispose of the poison potatoes. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm down here. Fair enough. That's a valid way of, that's a valid reason, you know? Why are they still there? You're kidding. Just as I zoomed in, they despawned. I thought it was a problem with my zoom hotkey, not rendering items or something. But no, it really just was... It really just despawned. At that exact minute. That's crazy. Alright, since you mentioned the cell division... Oh, actually, the cell division idea is not going to work. Because the reason why I put them in that specific corner is because path blocks let light through. And I put it underneath where there was currently grass. You can see it's slightly more shadowed here. So yeah, it's not gonna... That's a shame. I plan to make a perimeter at some point, actually. Yeah, down to bedrock. It's considerably less effort in a super flat world, let's be honest. Actually, I can get TNT. That is a thing that I can do. That's pretty cool. Forgot about that. If I leave a mushroom out in the open, will it just grow on its own? Or does it need bone mealing? It does need bone mealing, right? Let's be honest. Okay. Okay, let's I'm not sure if I actually have any bones on me. Let's look. Oh, okay. I'm not going to use bones for anything else, so I'll do that. They grow in the dark. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Come on, do it. There it is. There it is, chat. We've got a huge mushroom. Oh, what? I just wasted all my bone meal. Okay, that's fine. Why is there nothing dropping? Why is there nothing dropping? Do I need to mine it with an axe? Is that the problem? So let's craft myself up an axe. Carrots in my inventory. Why have I got those? Oh man, inventory management. Get rid of some of this. I wonder what we can use the lapis for, by the way. You can't enchant anything. And Lord knows I'm not using it for blue dye. That is a terrible idea. Let's craft an axe. Why is nothing dropping? What is going on? Surely it doesn't need still touch, because that would drop the block itself, right? I don't well, okay, well I'm just going to leave that for a minute. I seem to remember there were a couple of bugs with breaking mushroom blocks. But I thought they were around the sort of concept of like them dropping mushrooms instead of mushroom blocks when run by silk touch or something. Not they don't drop mushrooms in the first place. Okay, there's quite a decent amount of potatoes that are grown here, so I guess we could do more. Okay. Let's be honest, that's why I'm doing this stream in the first place. Yeah, there better be a trader spawn pretty soon. Cease to exist. Okay, alright, Kona, I'll assume we'll be chatting somewhere soon. Okay. More of this. I don't know why trader spawns are so infrequent. I'd love to be able to check on what their weight is, because yeah, their spawn rule is not data driven. At least as far as I know, I might not be looking hard enough to be honest. That's entirely possible. Well, emeralds is honestly, that's a pretty decent quantity to be trading with the wandering traders with. It's only if you get something really valuable that is generally 6 emeralds. I swear there are a few things that are quite rare, so I'd want to capitalise on those. I think the trader can handle 7 trades of each item before it runs out of everything. So I kind of want to accommodate for that possibility if I can. No qualms if not, just something I guess. You see what I mean, chat? Like, it feels like there should be a trader spawning, but there is not. I want to buy dark oak and jungle saplings. Correct. We have got a jungle sapling. Did that bit earlier on. But yeah, dark oak. And actually, I need 4 of those in order to do anything of value. So yeah, I'll look around for that. Honestly, dark oak is such an outsider in everything. I kind of feel sorry for dark oak, you know? Like a universal tree farm, the term universal means, you know, by definition, it has to handle every tree type. But that excludes dark oak. You know, it's like segregation. Okay. Oh, it just spawned. Okay, cool. Let's do that then. Yeah, and when mangrove propagules come out, I'll want to get those as well. Not for the minute. Okay, I'm going to just break I can't be bothered to wait for them to decay. You can just break them and they'll drop the same things. So I'm going to do that. There's a trader. Okay, I'll do that once I finish. Okay, I really hope this drops at least 1 sapling so I can continue fueling this. Please. I swear. Trees deserve equal rights, yeah. Okay. Spruce. Okay. White tulip. Do I have a white tulip? Okay, there's a sapling. I was getting scared. I was thinking, oh, maybe I would have yeah, lost that forever. Okay, do I have a white tulip? I do not. Okay, let's do that then. Yeah, some modern traders sell every single type of flower and dye. But the thing is, they use the old dye format. So, you may remember in the Bedrock equivalent to 1.14, I can't remember what that is, they added different dye types, so like blue dye and brown dye and stuff you can craft with lapis lazuli and cocoa beans and things that were previously used for the same purpose, but were replaced in all crafting recipes. They were replaced in all crafting recipes on Java, but on Bedrock they just added crafting recipes, so you can still use the original like lapis and stuff. But wandering traders still sell the old dye counterparts, so you can get things like ink sacs and lapis from wandering traders, which is so cool. You know, bone meal, white dye. Yes, yeah, quite exactly. Yeah, those are the ones. So it was lapis and blue dye, cocoa beans and brown dye, bone meal and white dye, and ink sacs and black dye. And that also came in accordance with different types of flour as well. So the cornflower corresponded to the blue dye, and the lily of the valley contributed to white dye and whatever. It's a whole thing. I just thought that was really interesting. They haven't. I think it's. Yeah, it is disparity. Disparate. That's the word, isn't it? Disparate. In that, yeah, wandering traders will sell the dye counterparts that were previously replaced, or were replaced on Java Edition. So you can get lapis and ink sacs and stuff from them, which is a massive, the same spider problem. I've got to sort this out. I said I was going to do the fence thing, and then I just straight up didn't. I'm not going to bother about it now. I'll do. Okay, yeah. Well, you stay out of that. I'm not. No. Please. Wandering traders are going to be our only way to get ink sacs. I can get glow ink sacs just by making a glow squid farm, which is possible. I believe they are cave cap underwater, which are all things we can do here. But ink sacs, however, you can't get them from squids, but you can get them from traders. So, yeah, I need to keep an eye on those as well. I seem to remember I actually did get one from a trader, but I think I just assumed it would be cheap enough that I'd already have some, and then I killed it. Right, let's get some more jungle going, chat. Because we've got 2 saplings now. Oh, this is so cool. I'm loving this. It's supposed to be the McDonald's jingle, but I can't whistle. It's I've got so many potatoes and I just haven't been trading with them. Right, let's do that now. Excellent. How many emeralds? 13. Cool. I'll put that white tulip away actually before I lose it. It's entirely possible. I have lost items in the past actually. That's fun. Yeah, one of the things I did accidentally once was I had a birch tree growing on one of my my stumps here. I waited for it to grow, did the whole thing, and yeah, then I went to harvest the wood. And I thought, oh, I'll come back for the saplings that drop. I'll go do some crafting first. Well, needless to say, I did the crafting and I didn't come back. The leaves were still decaying though, and the items were still dropping on the floor, but I just wasn't picking them up. So 5 minutes later, they were all gone, and I'd lost my birch sapling. Luckily, I got it back though, so that's that is good. That is good news. Yeah, it wouldn't be the end of the world anyway, to be honest. I'm probably not going to use birch for anything. Other than maybe unique projects of making one house out of every wood type or something. You know, something silly and quirky like that, I don't know. I have no idea of aesthetic projects I want to work on because I'm not that kind of person. I might. You know, it's hard to say right now. So you know what? Maybe not next stream, but pretty soon I'll work on getting another villager. I've been putting it off all this time under the guise of like, oh, I'm just waiting for traders. Because I can wait for traders anytime. Villagers, yeah, they're the only thing that's stopping me from progressing on right now. So yeah, I need a fisherman villager specifically because they sell campfires. And yeah, campfires are super helpful for so many things. Augurs, yes, I agree. Is that a portmanteau of like progress and progress by chance? See what I mean by mining a potato and getting nothing? I was sad about there not being globos, but I guess there could be ways to fake with available materials. What, like trading with traders? It's funny, there's so many things that feel like you should be able to get them from traders, but you just can't. I've had so many people say, oh, can't you get lava from traders? It's like, no. Yeah, it feels like you should. It's one of those things. Jacqueline's impossible. Don't think so. Actually, this would be a time to advertise my link in the description, by the way, which you can go down to and it's a list of every item in Minecraft and whether or not it can be obtained in Superflat. So it's marked with green if it can, yellow if it can be obtained in normal survival, and red if it can't be obtained. Also, red if it can only be obtained in creative, and orange, I think, if some variants of it can. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out. It might be incomplete because it was only me working on it, and I reckon probably about 30% of it was done when I was kind of half asleep. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But got some interesting things there for sure. And I'm updating it with the versions as they come as well, and snapshots and stuff. So the disc fragments and stuff are on there. All the mangrove bits and pieces. That's actually that's the main thing I want to do in here. That's kind of the top project that kind of overrules everything else, is getting every obtainable item in Superflat. Yes, and serious progress. Hey Pixel, welcome to chat. It's been a while. Yeah, you joined in the very first one, haven't you? And you haven't been back since. Yeah, welcome to chat. Yeah, I've made quite a bit of progress. Mostly passing out the area, which looks like a lot, but actually it was only about half a day. Well, less than half a day, a couple of hours or something. It's green. What's green? The grass? Yeah, I think so. In a second I was just surviving work at the same time. Oh, right. You're a lord. I think that's what people call them these days. Is lurking still a thing, or is that in the past? Aneurysm farm, Cyan farm. 1.7. Oh, lord. I don't know anything about the old mechanics. They do seem really interesting, though. From the progress I've seen on Orkso, which seems very strange and fascinating at the same time. Old versions of Minecraft are entirely different dimension, honestly. Like you compare it to modern Minecraft, and like nothing is the same. I mean, it isn't so far as some of the blocks and stuff, but in terms of behaviours, everything is different. It's so mind blowing. Looks like something straight out of film. Yeah. Okay, my jungle tree is growing. Excellent. Yeah, the iron rock. In terms of of iron farms, that's kind of that's what I want every iron farm to look like. It's so complex. It's got all of the elements that kind of work in clockwork. It's a shame that they, well, and I guess inevitably changed it with the bedrock equivalent to 1.14, which is 1.10. Is it 1.10? I can't remember. I spent 6 hours making a roof. Oh no. My desired death. That seems like a lot of work. I wish you the best. In the present and in the future. Feels like it might take you a while to recover from that. Honestly, I hate spending long amounts of time on projects that don't really have much of a quantifiable result, like end result. Like if you're spending loads and loads of time mining out a massive area or something, for a perimeter or something, sure, because you can see the progress that you make, and you can see what it looked like when it has looked like. I can't speak. What it looks like when it's done. But for something that's kind of just really kind of different like that, it just feels really annoying. I sent it in DMs. You're welcome to share it on the stream. Thing is, I might dox myself if I quit out of Minecraft, so I'd rather not. I'll have a look later on. Why is the slime in there? Please go away. Please. Oh my lord. Oh, they're trampling everything. Look how many potatoes have we lost in this. No. No, no. How are they spawning? I will never know. I've always closed the fence gates behind me. They must be spawning on these flowers. I didn't think that existed. I just assume that because, you know, a flower is a partial block or whatever. Even though it has no, I guess like a button. That that doesn't allow mob spawns. I assumed flowers would be the same, but actually thinking about it, yeah, that wouldn't make a lot of sense, because flowers are well, flowers are everywhere. That's kind of what I'm saying. So I don't know what to do about that, honestly. Is there a block that I can place under the flowers that prevent mob spawns but can still allow flowers? I don't know, I'll think about it off screen. Yeah, the fact that slimes are spawning is causing me such a look at this. You know? Just occasionally I go back to the farm and all of this has happened and I got to... What is this? It happened over here as well? Oh my god. I cannot deal. Northwest corner blocking. That's an idea. Yeah, I'll think about all of that. $1.2k villagers, 3.4k iron an hour. No, what? Oh, that's awful. But I really hope that the effort to reward ratio is worth it in the end. Really, like... At the moment, it doesn't seem very likely. I know how laborious those kinds of projects can be. Again! Again! Oh, this is annoying me. This is... I'm fine. No? Choosing to smile. It's gonna be so worth it. That's good. It's good to know. It'd be interesting to actually just have a look around also, what you guys have been working on. I think I talked there like once when Luke sent me the invite link in DMs, and then I never talked to them again. Not for any personal reason or whatever, just like, you know. There were flowers missing here. Oh, that might be it. Can't wait till the village gets started around here. Well, if you wanna think technically, that, my friend, is a village. By definition, I know it's not a big and fancy one. I know what you mean. I'm being pedantic. Yeah, if you're talking cognates, then yeah, I know what you mean. I've been trying to learn a lot of villager tech recently. Actually, I've been trying to branch out a little bit more and learn more kind of mob farming techniques and stuff. So I feel like I've been very kind of centered on solely piston doors for a very long time. I feel like, especially now I've joined Exploit, there's more of a demand to to learn what other stuff does. So I've been trying really hard to follow tutorials and explanations and stuff and learn a bit. I designed an iron farm for this Superflat world, which I'll be using soon. I mean, it is, to be honest, pretty much old guys free range iron farm that you're using a 16 stacked one. But there's a couple of modifications to make it work with campfires instead of lava and so on. Forgot about the exploit stuff. How's the server? It's so cool. It's so cool to be there. Like, how do I say it? So, I've been following Exploit for quite a long time, right? I think most people have. It's kind of in a way, it's kind of like the standard for Bedrock tech. Whether wrong or right, that's not my business to tell. It kind of just is. I've kind of been, and now I have access to the server. I could right now log off this world and hop onto the Exploit server. It's so, like, what is that? It just blows my mind. Debate, wow. He's lonely, he's way cheaper. Oh, okay. I'll think about it. It's center for content. Yeah, okay. I think that's fair. I guess it's what am I looking to say? I think it's a standard for Bedrock tech insofar as it's kind of the first impression most people get because of the content, if that makes sense. Whether it is technicality wise or not, I'm not there to say because I don't know enough about tech servers to be fair. But yeah, content wise, yeah, you're right. It definitely trumps any other. Yeah. The thing about the Bedrock tech community is that it's so tight-knit. So everything that anyone discovers is known about and spread around the community so fast, which also means there is very little space for anyone else to discover anything, if that makes sense. I know that sounds weird, but like, because everyone is in such tight communication, very little things go unnoticed. And I'm not a Stratos member anymore, they're still making discoveries. Well, anyone can. Like when we did the original chunk nullification thing, for me that was the first time I'd been part of something that was a new discovery or whatever. Yeah, that was interesting. It was interesting. That was such an amazing few months. It was such a buzzy atmosphere. Like people finding out new things and testing things. Like, have you checked this out yet? Look what this does. When you put these two things together, oh, it was like playing Minecraft for the first time and learning what things do. It was so cool. That might just be me, and because I hadn't been part of something of that scale for a very long time, or ever really. Well, TT lasted. Yeah, You can't release it. Okay. Oh, a security threat. What have you been working on? Man, that... Oh. Everybody gangster, so the technical Minecraft discovery becomes an active threat on What is that, man? Damn. To be honest, the only discoveries I've made have been when I've been messing around with putting two things together and finding out something. I think very few discoveries are actually made by people seeking to discover something, if you know what I mean. I think if you look at the scientific breakthroughs in history, it was all, most of it was some kind of accidental thing in addendum to something else that the particular scientist was working on. Nobody looks for something. Yeah, you can't look for something that you don't know exists. Unless you're Earth Computer and deciphered 1.12 light suppression while having a cup of coffee. I love the Java community to bits. Like, I'm not active there at all. I don't really follow their progress. But just occasionally I stumble across a video I recommended and I'll watch it. It just blows my mind. I'd really like to get motivated to learn a bit about Java and how it works. Because I really just, I don't understand any of it. You can know there's something there by looking at the code. If you know, again, if you know what you're looking for, or if you, well, I guess you've got to know how to read code in the first place, which is the whole thing. Yeah, you've got to make those connections somehow. You're so unlikely to be looking through the code and then accidentally go, oh, hey, you know that function goes in that place, and it's possible, but it's so incredibly astronomically unlikely. Right, traders, perhaps. Yeah, people are working with, dream levels of astronomical numbers there. More common than just discovering stuff randomly. Yeah, I suppose so. It depends on what aspect, though, I suppose. Like, it's much easier to discover, I guess, a strange block state, for example. Actually, that's not really what I mean. You know, when you mess around with something weird happens to a block. One that comes to my mind was I was playing around with small drip leaves when they came out. And I put a sponge nearby one when it was waterlogged, and it cut off the top half and left the bottom half until it got random ticked, and then deleted itself. That kind of thing, we're just messing around with stuff, and that's really, you find that kind of thing all the time. Because when you're bored, it's just so tempting to just mess around with blocks, 100% of stuff comes from code. Yeah, I should learn code. I've tried to learn code in the past, but it's funny. Like, I've been so incredibly demotivated. Like, I'd start doing it and then I would utterly crash, like shut down when I would open up the Google page or whatever. It is strange because it feels like that would really play into my strengths, but never mind, I guess. Decapitated ghost block. Oh yeah, that makes sense actually. The ghost block rather than actual thing. Ghost blocks is such a strange, a strange result of like client-server desync and stuff. And the fact that it works, that you have ghost block methods on both versions, and you always have done since the beginning of Minecraft. It's just fascinating to me. I've been considering making a bit of a documentary video about client-server desync for a while. Yeah, go and write those papers. What are you doing watching my stream? You've got stuff to do. I'm gonna stop streaming in a few minutes anyway. Thanks for the chat, it's been lovely. Good to see you being a bit more active and stuff as well now. Yeah, what am I doing? You can tell I'm starting to get tired just because I'm, you know, my voice is dropping and I'm running around. You know, mindless sort of nothing. Okay, we've got 18 emeralds. If we get a trader right now, that would be amazing. I'm going to snap my fingers, and when I turn around, I want there to be a trader right there. No? Okay. Fair enough. It's so, like... I don't like working with these odds. I'm waiting for such a long time to chance potentially not even getting something good. I swear I saw 2 flowers that weren't planted earlier. Was I going mad? Or is that actually a thing? Or maybe it was just 2 adjacent blocks that slimes trampled or something. Okay. Never mind. I thought I saw something. I'm getting bored of just repeatedly breaking a piece of potatoes, so I should let's try and move around a bit so you can get different spawn spots. Connect while I'm at it. Oh. Nether in the end, also Superflat. I wouldn't know because I can't go there. The Nether and the End are completely off bounds. There's no way to get to either of them. Yeah, I don't actually know. That'll be an interesting thing. First time tuning in, well welcome. Hi. Joining in for all sorts of shenanigans and bits and pieces. Yeah, I'm just waiting on Wandering Traders right now. Specifically, so I can get a Dark Oak sapling. 4 Dark Oak saplings, to be precise. Speaking of saplings, why hasn't that one grown? That seems odd. Why? It's not a ghost item, it definitely is there. Well. Perhaps maybe anything? Yeah, I'm looking to make more progress soon, trying to get another villager and, you know, branching out a bit more, make an iron farm. But, not yet. So I need someone else to help me out with the villager thing, and he's quite busy right now, so I'll bother him. I've got a pretty good method of doing this, doing the villager curing stuff, but a bit of a drawback is that it does need 2 people. 1 person to stay by the zombie villager to make sure it doesn't despawn. Otherwise, yeah, that will lead to all sorts of not fun times. I've had plenty of that happen. Now I've seen the zombie villager, I've seen a witch really close by. Gone, oh, I'll just trap the zombie villager, I'll get the witch over, this is excellent, you know, I'm going to get all sorts of really good things from the villagers. And then I go over to get the witch and the zombie villager despawns. Or the witch kills me, I respawn back in my bed over there. and you know, despawn the thing. What's it called? I'm getting so tired. You can hear it in my voice. I'm going to stop streaming soon. I'd really like to get a trader before I do that, though. Please. I guess we could just go back to doing this whole potato thing. It's nearly night time. This feel like really short days. I don't know if I'm just going to get them. Probably am, to be fair. Superflat Survivor's done all sorts of things to me. Let's go and trade these up. Oh no, the villager's sleeping. Okay, let's sleep and then wake up, trade with the villager, and then hopefully you'll get a trader pretty soon. If not, I guess I'll have to cope harder or something. I haven't planned that bit out yet. Oh, 19 emeralds. That's a pretty decent quantity. If you get a particularly expensive item which costs 6 emeralds, as they do sometimes, then yeah, this would be okay. Listen to me doing a cappella in the meantime. Don't. I'm not going to put you through that. Got to be a trader here somewhere. So, why am I working with such low odds? If anyone has any info on wandering trader spawning, I'd love to know about it. I feel like I'm doing something a bit wrong. As in, I don't know, maybe not maxing out the spawn spots or something. They are surface only, that's something I do know. Which is cool, because that means they're not going to spawn in the little bedrock bit I have underneath the main thing. Underneath this main path bit. Wandering traders, I think, can spawn on anything, including stuff like glass and things like that. They conventionally are non-spawnable. Pretty cool, I guess, because that means if the past area is big enough, we can cancel out everything apart from those. Let's I'm going to trade this once and then walk around, see if I can find any traders. Yeah, I'm just going to move around this edge, I guess. I think it's the best way of putting spawns. Well, I guess just waiting for ones to despawn doesn't seem very efficient. This is annoying me. Don't know why I'm just getting nothing. There's nothing that could be contributing to the density check area, well. I mean, obviously there are things that contribute to it, but not to the extent that it's actively having an effect on the global mob count. Oh, that's silly. Actually, while I mention that, see if I can educate you on mob spawning stuff. Because that's I've been trying to learn it recently. So I think how density check works is that when the game spawns a mob, it first checks in a 9x9 chunk area centered on the chunk the mob spawns in for a certain number of other mobs. I can't remember what this number is. I think it's 8. Might be 8. If that number is below or the same as, no, if the number is below, sorry, then the spawn attempt succeeds, and if it's the same or above, then the spawn attempt fails. So that's why you see some mob farms have really spaced out modules. It's what's called split density, because it's trying to make them far enough apart so that the spawns from one module can't interfere with the spawns from another. I think that's how it works anyway. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. It's highly likely. Okay. And yeah, the global mob cap is 200 mobs. If 200 mobs are simulated at the same time, then no other ones can spawn. Which is why in Exploit we have a giant thing in the perimeter filled with 200 dogs. Because it goes across the ticking area. So when the thing's toggled, then the game's like, no, there are 200 dogs there. Nothing else is able to spawn, so nothing does. And our farms are completely disabled. It's a pretty useful thing, actually, mob switch. There is nothing around here in the way of trader. I spy with my little eye nothing beginning with W and ending in wandering. This is really unfortunate. Am I just being really impatient? How long has it been since we last got a spawn? Actually, to be honest, probably not. Oh no, actually probably about 40 minutes or something. That's old. That is old. Okay, no, I'm going to end the stream, and I'll see if I can get Dark Oak Saplings off stream. If I do, then that means that you can expect the next stream to be either me setting up something to do with villagers, or breeding villagers, or making an iron farm or something, or if not that, then getting a fisherman. So look forward to either one of those many things. Yeah, I am going to do that, and yeah, I will see you when I see you. I don't know when that will be. I have an idea of a video I want to record, but I'm just waiting on my brain to cooperate first, and a few other things. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, thank you for watching my stream. What do people say when they end streams? Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Check the links in my description. Follow me on